What's up, YouTube? Ish and Arun back at you again with another review video. And today we're going to be going in depth on Drake's album. Yeah, what are your...
Okay, so just a little bit of a story here. I flew back to Toronto and I found myself listening to the album again, just on repeat basically the entire time I was there. And I like it more now.
Nice.
It seeped into my consciousness a little bit. I had Peak on repeat. A lot of the stuff from Side B, Finesse, I like, a lot. I don't know if we're just cruising at nighttime. Even the first track I like a lot more now. I mean, not that I didn't like it before, I did, but Survival? I really, really like that.
Yep.
And I feel like, okay, I can see a bit of, I'm not trying to box Drake into this 2011, 2012 kind of box and keep him there and never have him grow or whatever, but but I like the return of old Drake in some ways, I just found out that the ending of March 14th is from the Boyz II Men album 2 from 1994, which I had in physical form on CD. But and after listening to them do the original and Drake do it, I'm like, okay, though I wish that he kind of ad-libbed on it a bit more and didn't just literally repeat verbatim what they said, and he did his own little riff, but that's okay. But I like the album a bit more now. I forget what I gave it last time.
I wouldn't 7.5.
Did I? Okay, well, I'm not gonna go to an 8 because that dude does not deserve an 8. But that album, but maybe 7.75. I know it's getting ridiculous now, but yeah,
okay.
A bit higher. Or maybe I revamped my earlier opinion to be a 7, and now it's at a 7.5.
7.5. Okay.
But
that sounds good. For me, this has been the only album I've been listening to for the past week here. My initial thoughts compared to now hasn't deviated too much. A lot of the songs, I would say a few of the songs that I thought before were a little bit so-so, have really grown on me, In My Feelings. That hook is so fucking catchy.
Oh, yeah.
It is so catchy. At first I was like, this is okay, but after a while, after a few listens, it slaps. Blue Tint, really good. I love that song.
Wow, really?
I really like that.
I want to like it, and I like it, but I don't. Maybe a few more listens will do it.
Yeah. I've been fucking playing that in the whip. That song is phenomenal.
Okay.
Non-stop, the second track, that bass line that beat is so infectious.
Okay.
That's it. That is the slap in the whip song, man.
My dad's Carbon has a decent stereo, but it's not as good as the one in my car here. So I'm gonna have to try that.
Definitely.
Try that again.
It slaps. The standout tracks for me.
Okay.
Emotionless.
Okay.
Sandra's Rose.
Yeah.
I want to put 8 out of 10 in there.
Wow.
That beat is great, and the way he's addressing Kanye a lot on this song.
I have not read the lyrics to that.
Couple shots towards Push, but nothing overtly, blatant.
Okay.
Just a more kind of talking about how it's out of character for Pusha T to act the way that he did because he's a nice guy. But the majority of the track is just Drake taking shots at Kanye. And he even opens up the track by taking shots. Too rich for who? You just got rich again. That's because Kanye on No Mistakes on Ye, he said too rich to fight you, so immediately off the start, second line, who likes to grip the mic and kill their friends? When Kanye was going on his concert tour, he was always killing Jay or ranting or all that, and it's like this is supposed to be your friend, and there's a lot of stuff.
Random, very quickly. I saw Kanye in 2015 or something after Yeezus came out. The dude was friggin' ranting so much. He's wearing a mask. I started.
He was wearing a mask.
He's wearing a mask like the Purge or some shit the whole time.
During the concert?
During the concert, he ranted for half of it. And I was just like, boo, start the music. And then my then girlfriend was just like, we're gonna get beat up. Like, don't. Like, but anyway,
got a little bit of a
I
hostile.
love Kanye, but I hate Kanye as well.
It's a love-hate relationship. Talk Up with Jay-Z. At first, it was like, okay, this is all right, but the beat and the flow that Drake and Jay choose to use on this really helps, round out the song.
How do you think that compares to Light Up and Pound Cake 2?
I would have to put this collab, towards the end of that. Not the worst collab. I think the worst collab between Drake and Jay was actually on Blueprint 3. Off that, I think the song is called. That song,
I have not heard that in years. Okay, I'll have to listen to that again. Okay.
I would put this above that, but then,
those.
below those.
For me, this rank's just below Light Up. I'm not a fan of Paris Morton 2. Probably because I love the original Paris Morton music, which became Aston Martin music, but that's okay.
Nice. Yeah, apart from that, I mean, and After Dark, of course, with Ty Dolla $ign and Stag Major. I love that song.
Yeah, I played it a few times. I barely played it here. Like when I went back to Toronto, I played it. And yeah, I think I just need to listen to it a few more times for it to really get in there. It's just I shouldn't compare it. When I compare it to Static Major's original collab, we can call it that with Drake. Look What You've Done. Look What You've Done?
Oh yes, yes. But these are two different songs.
No, I know they're very different. I know I shouldn't, but I just.
I understand.
Or I think it's like the only Static Major projects I know or joints I know are the Drake, the one from Take Care, Lollipop, and this.
No,
I just don't know much about them. So, but those two for me are like there, past the ceiling, and this one is like here.
Down there. Yeah, I feel it. And speaking of Lollipop, what song was that? They actually sampled Lil Wayne's thing. Oh, I think that was in My Feelings, actually.
Really?
Yeah. When they have so there's a group from Miami, a girl group from Miami called City Girls, and they sampled one of their songs on here. And then halfway through their sample, they put in Wayne's voice from Lollipop is like, that nigga that you with ain't shit. Shawty said the nigga that you with ain't this. Yeah.
Okay.
They did a couple things touched on. I would have liked to see Wayne on this album. I do like Lil Wayne and Drake together, but nonetheless,
fucking love that song.
Believe me.
Yeah, the bass.
Believe me. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much my review right now. I would say a 7 out of 10. Definitely not his best piece of work, especially cohesively. It's quite disjointed, but there are some, bangers on here that I can live with. This I think can satisfy me until the next Drake
that's
project.
True. Whereas for me, there's tracks that I still listen to for More Life, but that faded fairly quickly for me, I think, and there's a couple, Disturb and More Life, I guess, that I still listen to, but yeah, no, I mean, it's weird because I can kind of see myself next year or in 5 years' time listening to this album and just remembering, like right now, Peak is going to be a particular moment for like when I listen to Peak in 2020 or something, or even 2019, like it's going to be like, oh, I remember that time associated with this and this and this, Toronto and Mexico, whatever, right? And all those feelings that I had towards my prior relationship, whatever. But it's like I like that Drake's albums to me more so than any other artist are like a moment in time, and you can
that is a great yes. It just kind of takes you back to that place. Absolutely.
Yeah. So even when I was listening to it in Toronto, I was remembering listening to the very last track with you parked on 10th Ave, overlooking the Calgary skyline, and like we were just like in silence, Bro,
like, the train was going by. Oh my God!
I think the Calgary Tower changed to like Canada Day or Canada flag, Canada colors, But I mean it's weird because I feel like objectively, is this a great album? No, but I'm always interested to see what Drake has to say, and I'm always excited what he has to say, and it's weird because I think I was kind of judgmental of him having a kid. I'm not going to say out of wedlock, but with a seemingly random kind of person. You know, if it was with Rihanna, it was an accident. I feel like that's different because they, you know, loved each other, whatever. You know, there was a bit more of a family unit thing. But then I started to think, like, man, like, this is just something that I guess I've just kind of felt recently, like, Drake has become, I'm not going to say too successful, I'm not hating on his success, but this is something to kind of humanize him and bring him down to earth.
100%,
like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's just like, and it's not even like, you know, I'm probably not going to have a, you know, be in that exact situation, and neither one of us, but just something that just kind of bugs you, you're kind of embarrassed by, you want to, like, you know what I mean? It's this thing that kind of weighs you down. Not to say that a kid is like this anchor, but it you know, it's like this complex thing. So I'm like, oh, okay. So looking at it a bit differently now, I'm like, all right, you know, it's kind of, yeah.
Touching on that there, you're 100% right. I think we will be looking back at this moment in hip-hop history as to when Drake's invincibility has faded. You know, before, even when you know, Drake dropped Duppy, people thought Pusha was in the fucking I thought he was in the body bag.
Yeah.
I thought he was zipped up. Ship that nigga out to the morgue. You know, like, I thought it was a wrap. But you know, Pusha came back, and all of a sudden, Drake is humanized. As you said, it's like, you know what? He's not just this mythical creature who's dropping heat and you know, doing his thing. He still has regular people problems, you know, and although it's not as relatable as some of his earlier work.
He's no longer stuck in traffic in the driver's seat of his Acura on the 401. He's in the back seat of his, like, fucking Maybach or whatever, doing work or recording or whatever. But you know, so he doesn't talk about that because that would just be, like, ridiculous. But you know, the kid thing and all these other problems that he has, and I don't know, like, just the conception of his own life, like in that, I guess it was the final track, right, March 14th, where he talks about that and how he wanted to have, like, to be a proper, like, family unit, not just a co-parent. And yeah, like, I mean, I just it at the time I just thought, oh, this is so specific. He shouldn't have had that as a last track, because it's just like, it's just him having a kid, and it's not relatable to anyone, but it is, in that it's just about his conception for his future, what he thought it would be like this, and it's not. It's like this, and he is to somehow make this work in some way. And all of us have, you know, hopes and dreams that maybe didn't work out or haven't worked out yet, and we thought that the future would be like this, or our present would be like this, and it's not. It's like this, and hopefully we can get there, or have different dreams or whatever. So in some ways it is very much old Drake, in that, you know, it's about, like, the human condition and our hopes and dreams as humanity. To be really kind of philosophical and grandiose for a second.
That was
but
great.
anyway, yeah.
That I don't even know if I can add anything more to that. Old Drake, new content. Like, that's
yeah.
I think that's a good way to
Okay,
close
to
it
end
out.
All right,
yeah.
cool.
Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you'd like to see up, you know, for our next videos, and we'll see you then. Peace.